in this week-long study to agency and India. So as sir told that I have the responsibility to see this mission, National Mission on Cultural Mapping, which is basically it is a Ministry of Culture initiative. So I start my presentation, what is it's all about. So I quote the two statements. One is the M.K. Gandhi and other is by our Honorable Prime Minister. So I quote, if the villages perish, India will perish. It will be no more India. Her own mission in the world will get lost. It is a quotation by M.K. Gandhi. And the second is by, in the context of village, what is the importance of village, by our Honorable Prime Minister. The lamp of development has to be lit up in every village, tahsil and district to make India a developed country. As you know that the culture of India basically flows in its villages, which are like arteries and veins of the country. The Indian civilization evolved in a peaceful environment of these villages, settled in the lap of nature for thousands of years. It is hard to imagine India without villages. That's why Gandhiji quoted that India begins from villages and ends at the villages. Today, you know that the number of Indians born in the cities and do not know about village life is increasing rapidly. Despite this, cities do not represent the real India. If you want to understand India, you should have understand the village and its culture, village culture. You also know that our villagers, the native of the villager, are still the custodian of our traditional skill. The villagers are the owners of traditional occupation and skill. They understand the nature of wood, soil, or water very well. Therefore, their skill do not require any certification. The shoes stitched by the village cobbler are still sold at a premium rate. We are ready to pay twice the price for a power labeled as handmade. We consider the raw oil produced in the mill as a gift for our kitchen. Therefore, keeping in the mind of importance of village and village culture, the Ministry of Culture, Government of India, under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, has launched this mission, National Mission on Cultural Mapping, in the year 2017. So, as you see that this mission has been set up by the Ministry of Culture, and Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts is the nodal agency to implement this mission. The mission aims to identify and document India's cultural heritage and its rich creative potential to regenerate and revitalize rural economy, thereby making village India self-reliant. That is the Atmanirbhar Bharat. So what are the vision and mission of this NMCM? So first of all, to create a national database through cultural mapping, that is with the aid of extensive ground surveys and documentation, number one. To design a mechanism to fulfill the aspiration of whole artist community of the country. That's why we are also making a national register for artists. Third, to preserve, safeguard, revitalize and disseminate the rich cultural heritage of this country for future generation. And number four, making India as a cultural vibrant country. So these are the main four, the vision and mission, and you can say the objective of this mission. And these are the main, broadly, the component of this mission. And like the first component is Sanskriti Abhiyan, Meri Sanskriti, Meri Pahchan. It is also known as Mera Gaon, Meri Dharohar. Because the role of, that's why this name of this portal, which I come. The second component is Sanskritik Pratibha Khoj. So basically, when you do the national campaign to culturally map all the villages, so thereby it is just inherent in that component. You should also find talent at the rural, at the village level, block level, and thereby, so Sanskritik Pratibha Khoj, to talent hunt. It is like a talent hunt program. The third is the National Cultural Workplace, to make a digital platform where all the artists or the villagers, they can register themselves. So artists, they can register themselves and showcasing their skill, And the villagers also showcase there the landscape of the villages. So it is basically like a digital platform. And the fourth is the establishment and infrastructure of mission. So basically like IGNC is the implementing body, so it is the mission office. And the fourth is the outreach activities. So the different kind of newsletter, booklet, advertisement, or outreach activities. So these are basically the 5 components of this mission. So in the year 2023, last year, we have this portal has been launched, the MGMD, Mera Gaon Meri Dharohar. It is launched by the Honorable Minister of Culture then Arjun Ram Meghwal ji at Qutub Minar. And this portal is in public domain, you can see. And also, like it is Mera Gaon Meri Dharohar, it is a pan-India project. So basically, it's aimed to cover all the 6.5 lakh villages of India, to map and then to digitize on this portal. And MGMD portal is also using. So basically, I am coming to how this NMCM works. Here, so MGMD, we have a unique template under which, because it is depends upon the survey. So in this task, basically IGNCA collaborates with the 2 private bodies. One is the CSC, it is basically semi-government organization, and other is the UVS. So CSC is interested to do the primary survey through their network across all the villages. And this is just a form developed by IGNCA, because IGNCA is the nodal agency. So this is a form that is prepared by the Mission Secretariat IGNCA. So this is a template in which what are the component of culture in which this information to be gathered, along with the geographic and development profile of that village, where it is situated, whether it is Himalayan plain or forest area, or plain area, or riverine or desert. So geographic as well as demographic. And then the third part is culture profile. So in that, if you see this form, so the culture profiling is, there is another 2 component. One is the profile of the what is the name of the village, and then the cultural component, like what are the traditional dress, traditional ornament, traditional occupation, heritage, if there are any heritage in that. So like that. So there are around 18, the religious belief of that place, traditional food, traditional dress, traditional ornament, any natural and built heritage, fair, festival, ritual of that village, art and craft tradition. Then, so these are the famous personalities related to that village. So suppose that